Today I want to say some things about devotion, which is not something we talk about much. But it's a part of my life, and I think it's part of everyone's life. It's an undercurrent in many things that we do, like devotion to the partner, to the family, to the cause, to the transmission, to the divine, or maybe to the dog. And you could be pretty sure that the dog might be devoted to you. But let's leave that aside and just explore how devotion could be seen through the lens of the lines. The lines are a part of a human design chart or a Gene Keys profile. And if you don't have those, you can download them at these addresses. And there are those little numbers behind the dot. And there are 6 lines. And so they are also the lines of the hexagrams of the ancient I Ching or I Ching. Let's begin with the first line, the one at the base. And so what is devotion? For a first line. And I'm going to speak in devotion as a kind of perspective, devotion to a master. I am with a master, so it's kind of natural for me to do it that way. But you can, for yourself, apply that in any area of your life. So, for the first line, the master it's all or nothing. The master, the cause, the family, the partner, whatever. It is all or nothing. Once there's a yes, and that yes needs to be tested within the inner world, within the inner experience, then that becomes the foundation of life. The bedrock of your life is that devotion. You build the rest upon it. And it's what you can fall back on whenever you feel challenged. I also want to say that we all have all the lines. So if you feel that you have many first lines in that profile or chart and you feel this applies to you, yes, the other ones, have a look at them too, because it's a spectrum that we all share. So for the second line, devotion expresses as relationship. The second line thrives, feels fulfilled by seeing itself in the mirror. So then the master or the divine or whatever becomes the you, the other. And my devotion is in relation to that. Now, in the case of a master, there's nobody on the other end. So in that case, through the door of that relation, the devotee disappears into that nothingness, becomes one with it. And sometimes also the doubts or the struggles of that yes, like, but who am I then? And where's my naturalness? Naturalness is important. Who am I in my flow? And can I be devoted like that? That a second line will want to know that and will want to live that. The third line is about adventure and experimenting, seeing life from many different perspectives. So here, the devotion is an adventure. And it may be that the third line sometimes feel, oh, there's another master or another cause. I would like to explore that and see if it's actually the same. And then it's important to understand this nature of the third line and also feel the underlying commitment to something deeper. With the fourth line, we enter into lines that care about others more. The first 3 are about exploration from oneself, which is beautiful. One is not better than the other. The 4th, 5th, and 6th line are about relating to other people And the fourth line is about the community. So in spiritual terms, it's called the Sangha. You could say that the first line is the Buddha. The Buddhists have they have these beautiful vows or chants they do, which are Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Sangham Sharanam Gacchami, and Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, and that means I take refuge in the Buddha. That's the first line. I go there. That's my base. Life is full of suffering, it's full of change. When fear comes up or when I'm challenged, that's my base. For the fourth line, it's the Sangha. It's the community around the master, and it's about love. It's about, yes, of course, there's the love for the master that each person in that community has, and that love can also then be shared between the group, between the people, well, between the people who are devoted to a cause or a transmission. And then the fifth line is a leader. It's the strongest line of the hexagram. And so here, it's also a very practical line. Here we have, okay, I am devoted, and now how are we going to spread this beautiful message? This thing that we found, or that I, for myself, had. And people will listen to a fifth line, and they will follow because they are guides. And there is, let's say, a trap here. Fifth line can think, wow, I'm doing this really well. I'm going to set up shop for myself. I'm the master, and I'm going to, take this on. You follow me. So there is an inner clarity and an integrity where lies your devotion. Is it to something higher, or are you feeding a personal aspect that seems to need that kind of attention from others? And otherwise, the fifth line is beautiful in orchestrating and spreading what it has received. And then the sixth line, this would be, I take refuge in the Dhamma. The Dhamma is the law, or nature with a big N. It's how things are. Sixth line doesn't need to prove anything. They don't need to lead. They just live, and then they are the role model. That's how that's called in human design. So life can be very ordinary. This is that image of the Buddha who returns to the marketplace, has tea with people, and just in the way that they share their tea, that Dhamma is shared, that transmission is passed on. With that, we close a circle, because I started with saying devotion is, it's part of everyone's life. And for a sixth line, it has become integrated in every aspect of their life. That devotion is always there. I'm not a Buddhist, but I will end this with this beautiful greeting that they have. Buddha Sharanam Gacchami Sangham, that's you, Sharanam Gacchami Dhammam, that's all of us, Sharanam Gacchami